guys, it's Jennifer calling from the RustBeltChronicles.com, and we are here at day 2 of Inkcarceration Tattoo and Music Festival, and we are standing next to Cleveland's own, as you can tell, Impending Lies. So say hello, introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Davo.
And I'm Matt.
And in case you don't know, we have the singer and the guitar player, but you also do vocals, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so they started out today with a bang, and we were excited to have you guys here because it's always cool to come from Cleveland down to Mansfield and like actually have local people performing, so it's pretty awesome.
I'm surprised we got to do it. It was a good time though.
So you guys are doing a meet and greet at Ron's World. How did you end up hooking up with Ron's World Guitars?
So Ron's World, I can't remember exactly how it happened, but we came in contact with them online, and our other guitar player, Jim, had a guitar that he wanted to refinish. So he was actually able to get it done before the festival today. So we were able to actually use it on stage. It was really nice. So we just kind of kept in contact with him. He's going to do one for me next, and probably for our bass player, KJ, as well. So just keeping in contact with him, and it was a good time over there. A lot of people showed up. It was awesome.
Yeah. He gets a big crowd. So if you have not seen them before, I'm going to turn over to you. And how would you describe your sound and your music and what you kind of want to put out there to the fans?
It's kind of a mix between heavy and melodic. I don't know, rhythm and groove, like strong. You're looking at me funny, Dave. Cut it out. I don't know the best way to describe it other than that.
Let me put it this way.
Like a 50-50 mix of, like I said, melody and really heavy, and breakdowns. Some screaming, some singing here and there, lots of harmonies.
Screaming and singing is good. Who kind of like inspired you in your sound? Was there any bands that you've taken kind of a lead from, or do you want to?
Well, there's so many. It's really interesting. Out of the 5 guys, we all have 5 different views on our music interests and stuff like that. So I'll speak for Matt and everything. He's a lot of old school metal kind of guy, and he does a lot of the hardcore screaming stuff like that. It's not really my speed of stuff. So I like a little bit more like the radio friendly rock stuff. It's just something I've always grown up listening to, and just kind of everybody pulls together. We don't have like one specific musical influence, but a lot of these bands that you see here today and yesterday and tomorrow, a lot of the bands that we've been playing with for a few years, and a lot of bands that we look up to.
So I was told to ask you kind of a very specific question. It's about your new single. Okay. And it's got 3 letters, FYF, and I know the answer of what it stands for, but Dom wanted me to make sure I asked you to explain to all of our 18 and over listeners what that stands for.
All right, so FYF, we get working titles for songs before we come up with names for them, and usually they're based off of a vibe, or sometimes they're just a joke. Well, this one in particular, the working title was Fuck Your Face, because we had a very strong riff in it that just, that's what it felt like, so we just started calling it that. And we wrote the lyrics. I mean, it doesn't really apply to the lyrics too well, but for the most part, it kept the vibe. So we just wanted to keep it that way, so we did. Unless, was there a different reason why you wanted to keep that song?
No, yeah. You said it perfectly.
Yeah, anything else to add to that, or?
Even a little bit, no.
Okay, all right. Now, is that kind of the process you always go through when you're putting a song together, like working on the riff first and?
Yeah, the songwriting process, it varies depending on what it is. A lot of times I'll write a song and just bring it to everybody, and we'll tear it up down and rebuild it and stuff like that. Other times we just piece it together, but we always attach some sort of funny title to it, like Poundin' Grumpies or something like that, and then
inside joke.
Yeah. Inside joke.
And one song, what was it called? Hack for a while there, and I'm trying to think of a really embarrassing one. What's like the best one? Panty Dropper was a good one. I can't remember what that one ended up being. Whispering Eye. I remember that. That was a good one.
Whispering Eye. I feel like I don't want to know what any of these stand for. So I feel like that'll be like a documentary when you guys make it famous. Sure. Like in your 80, you can like tell everyone what all these things.
Horrible things because we're horrible people.
So how has your experience been here so far? Have you gotten to tour the prison?
I haven't gotten to tour the prison yet, but so far it's been awesome. Everybody's super nice. I haven't had one bad situation yet. Usually you think you're going to be dealing with a lot of people. There's always going to be 1 or 2 jerks, but nothing of the sort. All the other bands have been super nice to us. Everybody's been helping us with the stage and the gear. It's been a good time.
Any tattoos being done this? Is that a bad question?
No, it's not a bad question at all. It's a great question, actually. Probably not this year. We didn't really plan far enough ahead to do that, so yeah.
All right. So do you guys have tattoos you're proud of or embarrassed of, or anything you want to share with us?
All embarrassing at one point. I mean, a lot of them. Oh, wait, yeah, that's my favorite one. That's a machete. It's
looks like a bloody machete.
Yes.
Okay.
It was a Friday the 13th tattoo.
You didn't. I was gonna say you didn't want to get the rest of.
They were running
Jason?
specials that day, and my buddy that I went with got the hockey mask, so I couldn't get the same tattoo he got. So I'm like, all right, just give me a machete. And now everybody's just like, dude, you got your legs bleeding. And I'm like,
You're all.
No,
You're all-
I just got the one, and it doesn't
You're
mean
not-
anything.
you're not
no,
intimidated by
not
it.
at all.
Okay. Okay, so you guys have played on stages with some pretty big bands like Shinedown that was here last night. What's been your kind of moment this far in your career where you're like, yes, like this is our moment. We're actually up there doing it, you know?
Well, it's between today and a couple years ago we played Uproar Festival out at Blossom. That was a good time. That was when we played with Shinedown, and we played with Godsmack then and POD, and probably one of the best moments we had was probably at that festival where we actually got to hang out with POD for a while and just got to chit chat with them and really shoot the breeze and just hanging out with all these bands that are doing it for a living and how down to earth most of them are and everything like that's really truly amazing.
So what's next for you guys? Working on any albums, touring? Just gonna go home and sleep off 3 days here?
we're gonna sleep for the next 3 days, but yeah, we're just working on new music. Hopefully, we got a 5-song CD hopefully coming out at the end of the year. So I don't know if I can say anything more about that, or is that top secret? We don't have a release date yet, so.
I mean, you've already said a lot about your secret titles for stuff, so we won't push it. What is the best way that people that have seen you here or people that already know you and love you from Cleveland, what's the best thing that they can do to kind of support you and find your information and, you know, help you keep on going up the ladder?
Really just check us out on social media. You know, Facebook is probably the most active way we are. We do a lot on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that, but Facebook's really the best way. We all have access to it, so depending on what time of the day you write it, you might get a response from any one of us. Who knows? But, you know, go on there, support, show the love. You know, you can go on, obviously, all the different music platforms, get the music down and everything like that, but come to a show. You know, come out to a show, you know, I hate to say it, sound like a whore, but buy the merch. You know, that's what gets us to and from shows. You know, that's what gets us out on the road. So the more we can do and support that way, that's what we're looking for.
You have anything to add to that?
Come out to the shows and hang out with us. Stay until after we're done. You know, we like to party.
And they're not scary at all, so which just maybe a little. Maybe that one guy that was grabbing his chest was a little scary.
It's creepy, not scary.
Okay, well, we really wish you guys all the best of luck. We love to see local people kind of making their mark in the music scene, and yeah, go check them out. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.